So now let's talk about the AWS Global Accelerator. It is used to improve the global application availability and performance using the AWS Global Network. The idea is that your requests are going to be routed through the internal network we saw from before from AWS, and this is going to allow you to optimize the route to your application for about 60%. So let's take an example. We have deployed an application load balancer in India, and users all around the world want to access our application. What they will do using the Global Accelerator is actually connect to an edge location, and the edge location will be routing the traffic directly into India. What the benefit we get out of it is that the traffic on the public internet only happens between America and the closest edge location, and then it leverages the private AWS network to speed up the connection from the edge location to your application load balancer. So this is the same for Europe, and this is the same for Australia. On top of it, you only access your application through two static IPs called Anycast IP, and then using the static Anycast IP, you will be redirected automatically to the correct edge location. And then the edge location, as I said, will be sending the traffic to your application. So there's a diagram I really like from the website of AWS, which is showing what happens without Global Accelerator. So your client, to get to your application in your region, can go through a lot of hops and a lot of network, and there could be problems and there could be latencies added to it. But if you use the Global Accelerator, then you just connect to an edge location of AWS, and then very quickly from the edge location to the region you're connecting to, it goes through the private AWS network, which is much faster. Finally, I also get questions around what is the difference between Global Accelerator and CloudFront. So they both use the global network of AWS and the edge locations around the world, and they will both integrate with Shield for DDoS protection. But CloudFront is a content delivery network, which is used to cache content at the edge, such as images, videos, and websites. And the content is served at the edge with CloudFront, okay, because it is cached at the edge location. For Global Accelerator, there is no caching. All the requests are going to be passed on from the edge locations back to your application in your regions. And so therefore, what's going to do is that it's going to improve the performance of these queries over a wide range of TCP or UDP, which is amazing if you have an HTTP use case, if you require a static IP address, or if you require fast deterministic regional failover and good performance. So remember, they're very different. CloudFront is a content delivery network to cache content at the edge, and Global Accelerator is to make your request go faster and go through the internal AWS network globally. So I'd like to show you a small tool which allows you to do a speed comparison for AWS Global Accelerator. Okay, so this is a speed comparison tool which allows you to see if Global Accelerator makes a difference compared to the public internet. So let's do a test of 5 megabytes. And what this is going to do is to try to upload a file of 5 megabytes or download it as well, in different regions around the world, regardless of if it's going over direct internet or Global Accelerator. And so it does it region by region. As we can see in US East 1, Northern Virginia, if I wanted to download a file over the internet, it was done in over 1,293 milliseconds, whereas using Global Accelerator, it was 23% faster because it was only 1,002 milliseconds. So this is going to make a huge difference for regions that are far away from me. So I'm in Europe, so Northern Virginia is far away from me. It's across the ocean. Oregon as well. It's on the west coast of the US, so it's across the ocean and across the US. So I'm getting a 31% improvement of speed. But Ireland, which is a region that's literally next to me, as we can see, we have the same performance over the internet or Global Accelerator because it is next door. Same for Frankfurt. Tokyo, I'm getting better performance. Singapore, I expect also better performance. And Sydney, I expect a huge performance differential. So let's have a look at the results in a second. But what this shows you is that using Global Accelerator, because it goes over the private network of AWS as early on as possible, you are going to get better performance. And this is the whole idea behind Global Accelerator. So Singapore, yes, was 34% faster, which was great. So 5,000 milliseconds versus 3.4 seconds. And to finish with Sydney, I'm seeing a 53% improvement in speed with Global Accelerator. So this really shows you the power of Global Accelerator when you have global applications. So that's it for this lecture. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next lecture.